This month on the channel is meme coin madness. We're putting our trenches hats on and heading to the trenches to find the 100x, 1000x's on Pump Fun, on Deck Screener, anything below the $1 million level. We're trying to trade up and make six figures this month. If you're excited by that, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I had a bit of a sleep in this morning. But then I went downstairs to the cafe and got studying because honestly for me, I'm not an expert. I'm more of a guinea pig than an expert. So make sure you're not copy trading my wallet specifically, even though the last couple of trades have had some bangers. But I'm like, okay, I need to go from guinea pig to expert. So I was looking on Twitter, I was looking on YouTube, and I was researching what do all the best meme coin traders do, the ones who have turned $700 into $2 million. And I was looking at their tools, their strategies, their philosophies, all the inside knowledge they have, what groups they're a part of, where they're getting their alpha from, and what coins they like to trade. And so in this video, I want to boil that all down for you into one very simple chart that I'm going to explain to you to show you exactly how to find, based on everything that I've researched, a $1 billion runner, or worst case scenario, a $100 million meme coin runner, looking at trends, narratives, and memetics. Before we do, if you're following us here on this channel, the last 2 days, we've been trading on the Archie wallet. He is our very own Solana wallet. If you don't have Archie, simply come to archiebot.ai, download Archie AI with this beautiful blue button, and that will open Archie in your Telegram app, just like this. And it's the cleanest, safest, quickest way to trade meme coins. And what we're doing here on the channel is we are literally trading meme coins during YouTube videos. The last two videos, we've made $400 US. And we've done it with Kill Big Beautiful Bill. So I don't love this meme coin anymore, but I'm going to use it in this video once again because there's still a lot of volume in it. But I mean, Elon and Trump have started to apologize. They haven't apologized to each other, but they've deleted all the tweets and they're sort of making up. So this narrative is somewhat dead. So I'm not excited to trade this one, but going on 2 wins in a row, we're going to trade this one more time. And once again, I'll be giving away any winnings to anyone who can post an Archie Solana address below in the comments. So to trade this, simply click on any contract address anywhere on Solana, open your Archie wallet and paste it in. Archie's going to go out there and pull the contract for you, and you have to do literally nothing but double check that he's pulled the right one. It's a $4.32 million market cap. We're going to buy another 8.6 Solana in one click, just like that. Archie's going to go and process that on the blockchain for us, give us that verification, and we're going to come back at the end of the video and see if we can make another couple of $100. So make sure you're using Archie, link in the description below. Now, let's get into the core of trading meme coins. And honestly, this is not going to be my most viewed video. It's not the most viral style, but it might be one of the most important if you are looking to get into the trenches and make $10,000, $100,000 in meme coins, because I was talking about this lovely graphic that I made for you guys earlier when we were talking about trading Alex Becker's utility coins. And you'll see that most of these coins that Alex Becker partners with do not leave the escape velocity of about the 10 to 15 to $20 million level. But every now and then you'll get that $100 million runner, the desyncs that run to $1 billion, and it will pay for all the ones that you only got a 2 to 3x on. Now, this is very similar with meme coins, but to a much more drastic degree, which means there's way more risk and way more reward, which is why you hear stories about people making $10, $15 million on Trump coin or making $6 million on Peanut. And you're like, wow, that's actually life-changing money. That's because a lot more people lose money. So you need to know that going in. But the core, before I get to the main graphic that I made for you this morning, one that I think will clear everything up, the core of what I want to get across is, what do you think makes a meme coin go up? And I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. So this is Mr. Beast, if you don't know who he is. I don't know how you found me, but not Mr. Beast. Biggest creator in the world. You can see this TikTok right here. I've already watched it, so it's kind of grayed out for you. But 271 million views. I mean, the definition of viral. Even with Mr. Beast, who gets tens of millions of views per video anyway, per TikTok anyway, it's still a standout. You have to go all the way down here to 305 million. So absolutely crushed it. And what was this video? I can actually play it for you. We'll mute it so we don't have to listen to it. But basically, Mr. Beast went hood Mr. Beast and said, you can call me Mr. Lean now. And it's basically Mr. Beast posing with jets and money as if he was hood. Now, Mr. Lean started trending on Twitter, on TikTok, on Google. People were Googling Mr. Lean. Obviously, the dates will coincide with the exact time that this post was posted. I mean, the post would have to have been posted down here. And as it ticked up and found the algorithm, it went absolutely viral. And so did the meme coin, did the exact same thing. This is Mr. Lean. People will create meme coins based on real memes out there on TikTok, out there on Twitter, and out there just in culture in general. And people will make good money doing it. Now, Mr. Lean only got to $1 million market cap because, and I'm going to talk to you about this, the market sentiment was very low at that time, even though it got 273 million views. But I've talked about this a couple of times on the channel. I'm going to go deeper into it today, but I'm not going to show the market sentiment. Just know the market sentiment was in the 90s when the meme coin called Peanut went viral. And actually, I'm going to come back to Peanut because that's where I'm going to end on. This is Italian brain rot. This is another one that's going viral at the moment. You can see it reached a $16 million mark. I actually haven't looked at what this is. I think it's a viral TikTok trend. You probably know about it more than me, but you can see as it goes viral on TikTok, as it goes viral on Twitter, as it goes viral on Google, people are searching for it. The meme coin is literally directly correlated with the amount of attention that the meme is getting out there in the real world, or in the digital world, should we say. And so I want to show you how this takes place for a best case scenario like Peanut. And we're going to go through the exact example together. So this is nothing groundbreaking for you. This is a nice chart that I've got of Peanut going from, it's not actually Peanut's bar chart, but it is a chart that shows a meme coin going from $0 to $1 billion. Nothing groundbreaking there. What I do want to add behind this, however, is what makes tokens go up. And remember, it's how much attention, how much mind share is on the meme in the real world. So we can actually take away that and we can have a look at what the staircase that something like Peanut took. And then I'm going to give you the real example of how it actually happened. Basically, when you start a meme coin, you're on Pump Fun and you're in these little groups like Potion, and there's a few other groups that I'm going to be diving into. They're paid groups, but basically they're almost early stages of a cabal. They're trying to get everyone escape velocity, or the tokens escape velocity, and they're research labs, and they're all putting their minds together and finding the next upcoming meme coin, the next hottest meme coin, and trying to get in there super early, even before it migrates on Pump Fun. And then you have the second tier of meme influencers and groups. And this will take a token from the 50K, maybe up to the $1 million and beyond. And I've got Oranji in here, who's a big meme coin trader on Twitter and even YouTube. He's got some really cool resources that I've been slowly getting through, so shout out to him. Even someone like myself, if I was to tweet a small market cap meme coin, I know I can push it into the low millions as a micro influencer. And then things like Discord groups, even Telegram groups. The next level up from the actual hunters, there's a second tier level where they're like, okay, this one's gone from Pump Fun onto the actual blockchain. It looks like it's going to have a stronger narrative down the chain, this is basically what everyone is trying to do. Every box here is trying to front run the next box. If you know Mr. Beast is going to tweet about something and you're down here, you're going to want to buy that token. If you know Binance is going to list something, you're going to want to buy that token if you're in any of these earlier stages. But this is the life cycle of a $1 billion runner. Then you have the mid-tier influencers, either on X or on TikTok or on Twitter. Sorry, Twitter and X, the same thing on YouTube. You might even have something like Gem Hunters, which is a Telegram group by Luke Belmar, which has a couple 100,000 people in there. When they start to discover their meme, it seems to be at about the $1 million plus level. And remember, the thing you have to also factor is this is the best case scenario. And I'm going to overlay Peanut's exact best case scenario and how it played out and go through it with you in a second. But not all memes make it to those levels. And you might not make it to level 2. You might not make it to level 3. But you can still make a lot of money. You know, I made decent amount, thousands of dollars, trading memes from 20K market cap up to 200K market cap. It doesn't have to go viral, but the more long-term and sustainable the narrative is, with the more KOL. This is basically a staircase of who has more and more influence. And if you think someone with higher influence is going to be promoting token down the line, something like CNN, that's not even, CNN doesn't reach as many people, but people will buy it more knowing it's going to be on CNN and all the normies are going to start getting in. So it's like a mix between the narrative and which KOLs are coming next, which honestly, this is like everything we do on this channel normally, but on crack, because it's 100 times more volatile, but it's still the only thing that lifts meme coins, the only thing that seems to lift utility coins. It's not fundamentals, it's not technical analysis, but it's social arbitrage. Who and what are going to be talking about this and putting their attention into this meme coin in the future. That's how you know if you're early or not. And you want to be obviously as early as possible to get the best result. Once you go through this crypto god John, Luke Belmar, and very general mid-tier, I'll call them. I mean, they've got millions of followers, a lot of them, but they're not going to be pumping tokens above that $10 million market cap. Then you've got the next level. I've got Andrew Tate and Alex Becker in here because they're sort of similar. Alex Becker is a smaller influencer, but he's more crypto specific. Andrew Tate obviously has millions of followers and can pump tokens into the tens of millions very easily. But Luke Belmar, for example, will try to front run someone like Andrew Tate. And so the earlier you are on this curve, the more risky it is, but the more upside. And then you have those real top tier influencers. You can see there's a logarithmic graph. It's obviously not mathematically to scale. Once it starts trending on TikTok, something like Chill Guy trended on TikTok. Once Mr. Beast starts tweeting about it, once this is Iggy Azalea, who had her own token, which went to the hundreds of millions, any mainstream influencer, even Hawk Tour, even though it was an absolute terrible time for everybody, they want a high-end A to C list influencer on the actual books for basically exit liquidity. But that is what's going to allow it to hit those $100 million market caps. And then you have the golden god tier, just like Trump comes out with a meme coin, hits 70 bill, just blows this map way out of proportion. Any mainstream media, if Binance list it, which is what happened to Peanut, if Elon Musk talks about it, they are the top tier KOLs. Now, let's overlay Peanut. And before we do go through the exact journey, let's actually get onto Peanut here, which you can see this was back late 2024. Market sentiment is the only other variable that we're talking about here. You got quality of narrative, quality of KOLs, and market sentiment. They're the three factors that you want to keep an eye out for based on everything that I've researched so far. And you can see Peanut was absolutely massive. And if we compare this to something like Mr. Lean, which is what we were talking about with Mr. Beast, you can also see when you get a head-to-head comparison, it's not even close on how viral Peanut went. So you want to come in and use Google Trends to see which trends are actually more powerful. But again, we're going to be talking about more and more tools this week on this channel with meme coin trading. But Google Trends seems to be best in hindsight because it measured how viral it was at the time. But we want to see upcoming and rising trends as they're on the come up. We want to see the velocity trend. So we'll be talking more about that this week. So once again, hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you know Peanut, it went absolutely nuclear up to a $2.4 billion market cap level. Let me show you exactly why. This is the course that it took. And I'm going to zoom in here and you can see it started on Pump Fund. It is a Pump Fund token. And then this guy called Remy Rai, who is a real trenches hunter, he's had some really good calls before, called it at a $27,000 market cap. And then funny enough, this is me talking about how he hit it at a $27,000 market cap at about the $100 million level. And then he was tweeting it back. But basically, it's like small micro cap hunters and people who are basically micro influencers like me talking about the token. And then you had someone like Alex Becker come through, who is the more mid-tier. I'm sorry, this is blurry. You don't have to actually read it. But he says he bought 6-ish figures of Peanut. It then continued to go viral, both on TikTok and X, with everyone from micro influencers to mid-tier to top-tier influencers. It made the news and mainstream were on it. It even got to the point where Elon Musk was talking about Peanut on the Joe Rogan podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. And then, of course, Binance listed it. And you can see this is where Binance listed it here. Went absolutely nuclear from that $400 million level up to the $2 billion level. So we need to be finding tokens here before they go crazy. This is where the trenches are, guys. And these are the tools and the resources that we're going to be using this week together in order to jump into these meme coins as early as possible using money that we can afford to lose. Okay, so coming back to our Archie trade, Kill Big Beautiful Bill, you can see we are actually up 4.76% or another Solana. So we're going to sell that position. Archie's going to go do that for us. Remember, go and download archiebot.ai. Link is in the description below. There's so many reasons to come and get it, but basically it's the easiest, fastest, safest way to trade meme coins. And for an Archie user, I'm going to send you exactly how much I made on that trade. I'm going to go have to do the math myself. If you leave your Archie wallet address in the description below, it has to be an Archie wallet address, not just a Solana address. We can check which one's Archie, and it has to be funded I'm going to be sending the winner the exact amount that we just made, which I think is about 100 to 150 US dollars. I'll be doing that in the next video, as well as the last trade that I made that I've promised. I'll also be doing that in the next video, and I'll show you here. So make sure you have an Archibot wallet, make sure it's funded, and let me know any meme coin tips that you have as we embark on this journey together. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.